The gilded halls of Buckingham Palace have always been a fortress of secrets, but today, those walls are trembling. The ghost of Jeffrey Epstein has returned to haunt the British monarchy, and this time, the crosshairs are locked firmly on the man once known as Prince Andrew. For years, the public has asked one burning question: where did the money come from? How did a man with no discernible income, whose military pension and royal allowance seemed modest in the face of global litigation, manage to pay a staggering £12 million settlement? Yesterday, the pressure on Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor reached a fever pitch. In the hallowed chambers of Parliament and the briefing rooms of the police, a new and terrifying allegation has surfaced. One that suggests Andrew didn't just associate with a convicted pedophile, but may have shared confidential reports with him. As the sun set over London, the narrative of a retired royal living quietly in the Royal Lodge was shattered. This is no longer just a story of a fallen prince. It is a crisis that threatens to pull the very foundation of the crown into a swamp of criminal investigations and international scandal. To understand the weight of today's revelations, we have to look at the money trail. For a long time, it was widely believed, and reported by major outlets, that King Charles III had stepped in to help his brother. Rumors swirled that Charles contributed £1.5 million to the settlement for Virginia Giuffre, the woman who accused Andrew of sexual assault when she was just 17. But today, the palace has broken its silence in a way that feels like a cold, calculated abandonment. Sources close to the king, now 77 and grappling with the heavy burden of the crown, have told the Times in no uncertain terms: Charles did not contribute a single penny to that payout. This isn't just a financial clarification, it is a tactical retreat. By distancing himself from the £12 million payout, King Charles is effectively leaving Andrew to stand alone on an island that is rapidly sinking. If the king didn't pay, then who did? Reports from The Sun suggest a much more tragic source: the late Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip. It is claimed that nearly £7 million came from the Queen's private estate as a loan, with another £3 million coming from the estate of the late Duke of Edinburgh. Think about that for a moment. The image of a heartbroken mother, in the final years of her historic reign, allegedly bankrolling a settlement to make a sex scandal disappear. A source close to the family noted that the Queen was left devastated by the scandal. They bought his lies, the source said, and helped him try to make the problem go away. But the problem didn't go away. It grew. It festered. And now, in 2026, it has exploded. The public reaction has been nothing short of vitriolic. On social media, the sentiment is clear: the era of royal immunity must end. Why is he still in the Royal Lodge? One viral tweet asked, if any other citizen was accused of sharing confidential documents with a sex trafficker, they'd be in a cell, not a mansion. The British public, currently navigating a complex economic landscape and a changing political tide under the Labour government, is in no mood for royal excuses. MPs like Sarah Owen are leading the charge in the Commons, demanding that Andrew answer to the police and Parliament. There is a sense that the firm has spent millions to protect one of its own, while the victims of the Epstein network are still seeking the full truth. And then there is the tragic and mysterious end of Virginia Giuffre herself. It was revealed that Giuffre passed away in Western Australia in April, leaving behind no will and a legal battle over an estate rumored to be worth £16 million. Her death has not silenced the case; if anything, it has turned her into a permanent symbol of the accountability Andrew has managed to avoid for so long. The legal walls are closing in. Thames Valley Police have already held discussions with the Crown Prosecution Service. While no formal criminal investigation has been confirmed, the phrase misconduct is being used more frequently in official circles. Buckingham Palace has even stated it stands ready to support the police if they approach. This is a massive shift in tone. The protection is gone. Andrew is 65 now, a man whose titles have been stripped, whose military honors are gone, and whose reputation is in tatters. He is a man who reportedly shared confidential reports with a monster, a man who relied on his elderly parents to pay for his mistakes, and a man who now finds his brother, the king, unwilling to even be associated with his legal bills. As the U.S. authorities continue to drip-feed the Epstein files into the public domain, every new document is a potential landmine. This isn't just about the past anymore, it's about whether the British monarchy can survive the stain of its own history. The shadows of the past are long, and they are finally catching up to the man who thought he could outrun them. In the end, no amount of money can buy back a lost reputation, and no palace wall is high enough to hide the truth when the world starts digging.